Imagine a garden. It is not spread out on the ground. This garden grows up. It is a vertical garden. Vertical gardens are like living walls. They are beautiful. They are also a clever idea for small spaces. I remember when I first saw a vertical garden. I was visiting a friend in London. Her flat was small, but she had this amazing garden growing on her balcony wall. It was so creative and inspiring. Vertical gardens are perfect for people who don't have a lot of ground space. They can transform balconies, walls, and even fences. You can grow flowers, herbs, or even vegetables in a vertical garden. The process of creating a vertical garden is quite simple. You start by choosing the right plants. Some plants are better suited for vertical growth, like succulents, ferns, and certain flowering plants. Next, you need a structure to support the plants. This can be a specially designed frame or even a repurposed item. Vertical gardens can be installed in various settings, from urban apartments to rural homes. They not only save space, but also bring a touch of nature into your living area. With the right irrigation system, maintaining a vertical garden becomes even easier. The result is a lush, vibrant garden that reaches for the sky, adding beauty and greenery to any space. It's a rewarding experience, watching your vertical garden thrive and grow. So, whether you have a small balcony or a large wall, consider creating your own vertical garden. It's a wonderful way to maximize space and enjoy the benefits of gardening. Many people think you need a big yard for a garden. That's not true. Vertical gardens bring gardening to everyone. No matter how small your space is, you can grow something beautiful. Vertical gardens are perfect for city living. They bring a touch of nature to concrete jungles. Imagine stepping out onto your balcony and being greeted by fresh herbs or colorful flowers. Do you have a small patio? A vertical garden can make it feel larger and more private. It can also create a sense of peace and tranquility in a busy environment. Building a vertical garden is easier than you might think. It's a fantastic way to maximize your gardening space, especially if you have a small yard or live in an apartment. You don't need any special skills, just a little time and enthusiasm. Anyone can do it, whether you're a seasoned gardener or a complete beginner. First, you need to gather your materials. This is an exciting part because you get to plan and visualize your vertical garden. Don't worry, you won't need anything too complicated. Basic tools and materials will suffice. You'll need something to build the frame of your vertical garden. This could be wooden planks, pallets, or any sturdy material you have on hand. You can use wood, pallets, or even recycled plastic bottles. Upcycling materials not only saves money, but also helps the environment. Get creative and see what you can find around your house. Old furniture, unused shelves, or even an old ladder can be repurposed. Next, you'll need something to hold the soil and plants. This is where you can get really inventive. You can use fabric pockets, plastic pots, or even old gutters. The key is to ensure they are sturdy and can hold soil. Make sure they have drainage holes so the water can escape. Proper drainage is crucial to prevent waterlogging and root rot. Finally, you'll need some basic gardening tools like a trowel, gardening gloves, and a watering can. These tools will make planting and maintaining your garden much easier. You'll also need potting mix and the plants of your choice. Choose plants that are suitable for vertical gardening and your climate. Happy gardening. Now comes the fun part. Building your vertical garden. Start by deciding where you want to put it. Choose a spot that gets plenty of sunlight. Attach your frame securely to the wall or fence. Make sure it's strong enough to hold the weight of the soil and plants when they're wet. Next, add your planting containers to the frame. You can arrange them in rows, staggered, or even in a random pattern. Let your creativity guide you. Fill the containers with potting mix. Don't use garden soil, as it's too heavy and doesn't drain well in containers. Section 5. The gift of green thumbs. Now you're ready to plant. Choose plants that are suitable for your climate and the amount of sunlight your vertical garden will receive. Herbs are a great choice for vertical gardens. They're easy to grow and don't need a lot of space. Plus, you can enjoy fresh herbs in your cooking. Strawberries are another fun and delicious option for vertical gardens. Imagine plucking ripe, juicy strawberries right from your wall. If you want to add some color, choose flowering plants like petunias, impatiens, or begonias. They'll brighten up your space and attract pollinators like bees and butterflies. Section 6. Watering your wall of wonder. Once your plants are in the ground, it's important to water them regularly. vertical gardens tend to dry out faster than traditional gardens, especially in hot weather. Check the moisture level of the soil every day by sticking your finger into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. Use a watering can with a fine rose to water your vertical garden gently. Avoid watering from overhead, as this can wash away the soil and damage the plants. If you live in a particularly hot or dry climate, you might need to water your vertical garden twice a day. Section 7. Feeding your vertical family. Just like us, plants need food to grow strong and healthy. In a vertical garden, it's especially important to fertilize regularly because the nutrients in the potting mix get used up quickly. Use a balanced liquid fertilizer every 2 weeks during the growing season. Follow the instructions on the fertilizer package carefully. You can also use slow-release fertilizer granules. Sprinkle them on the soil surface, and they'll release nutrients gradually over time. Don't over-fertilize, as this can damage the roots and harm your plants. Section 8. Nature's Little Helpers. Vertical gardens can attract beneficial insects like ladybugs and lacewings. These helpful creatures are natural predators to common garden pests. Encourage these beneficial insects to visit your vertical garden by planting flowers that attract them. Some good choices include marigolds, zinnias, and cosmos. Avoid using pesticides in your vertical garden, as these can harm beneficial insects as well as pests. Instead, try using natural pest control methods like insecticidal soap or neem oil. Inspect your plants regularly for signs of pests or diseases. Early detection is key to preventing major problems. Section 9. A greener world, one plant at a time. Vertical gardens are not just beautiful, they're also good for the environment. These innovative gardens can be installed on walls, transforming any urban space into a lush green oasis. They help to purify the air by absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. This process is crucial in cities where air pollution is a significant concern. The more plants we have, the cleaner our air becomes. They can also help to reduce the urban heat island effect, which is the tendency for cities to be hotter than surrounding rural areas. This effect is caused by human activities and the concentration of buildings and pavement that absorb and retain heat. This is because plants help to cool the air through a process called transpiration. During transpiration, plants release water vapor, which cools the surrounding air, making the environment more comfortable. Vertical gardens can also help to reduce noise pollution by absorbing sound waves. This is particularly useful in bustling urban areas where noise from traffic and construction can be overwhelming. This is especially beneficial in urban areas where noise levels are high. The plants act as natural sound barriers, creating a more peaceful and serene environment. So, by building a vertical garden, you're not just creating a beautiful space for yourself, you're also doing your part to make the world a greener and healthier place. Imagine the impact if more people embrace this concept. Together we can transform our cities into green havens, one plant at a time.